Hi everybody and welcome back to the ProgAxia channel. Now I'm very excited today because I have just got through the post the Aerosol Gey Machine Graaf Generator box set, and I am very excited. And the reason why I'm excited is because I've got most of the Graaf Generator albums. This is the one I've never had. I've never had this at all. So I thought I'd just quickly show you what's actually involved in this wonderful little box set that I've got. Start off with is the little pamphlet thing, or the big pamphlet thing. I actually read this all through the other day and it's actually really good. There's lots and lots of great information about the sort of origins of Graaf Generator and what the band was like in '69, the sort of the crap they had to go through, the usual thing that happens with bands when they're first starting up. But it's a very interesting little story. But the thing that is really good for me is first piece of kit out of this is the original American issue of the Aerosol Gey Machine. This is the album that came out in America only because it didn't come out in the UK. There was a few that had sort of got a test pressing with a different cover and everything in the UK, but it never came out in the UK. So this is the US version of the album, and I do love this this cover. I think it looks great. It's typical for sort of the '60s, pretty typical. It's a gatefold sleeve, and when you actually open this up, you'll see that there is actually a couple of CDs in here. And the CDs are of the Aerosol Gey Machine, the actual album, but also the second CD is just loads of other bits and pieces, which is all detailed on the back of here. So you got things like Firebrand and Sunshine and People You Were Going To. Other tracks from afterwards, Necromancer and Octopus. This came off the BBC Radio 1 Top Gear sessions that was in 1968, believe it or not. So that's really quite cool, and so I'm very glad to have got this copy, even though it's not a vinyl. There's another thing that comes in here, which is actually a single as well, which was released in '68. So really happy to have that. It's not the vinyl though. The vinyl, and this is quite special, is this. And this is the original version of what would have been released in the UK for this album. And let me just pull this out for you to have a look at that. That's good. And the inner sleeve, the gatefold. And I'm really quite excited about this because this was not released in the UK, and there are only a few copies of this cover that ever saw the light of day. In fact, I just read the other day that one of them was purchased off someone for £500 without the actual album, and the albums that went in there were white labelled albums, but the album was in there. Someone paid £500 just for the original copy, which is staggering, but that's what collectors tend to do. So this is the original cover, and now I've got this as well. It makes up my collection, my Graaf Generator collection. I'm absolutely, completely stoked, and I think this is actually a really good little box set. You know, it wasn't expensive. It wasn't too expensive. I think I paid about £44 for it, which is a little toppy for just an album, but because it's sort of completed the set, and it's important for people like me, but it's a really good vinyl. It's actually a really good quality vinyl as well. I'll just pull this out. The actual vinyl in here, as you can see, is pretty cool, but it's a nice weight as well, so it's not like a thin flimsy piece of vinyl. And just having this cover, the original cover, is really quite cool. I really like the idea of having the original cover along with a version of the American release as well, all up in a package with this really quite good little booklet. As I say, if I just open this up a little bit, you can see there's lots of text there, lots of graphics, and lots of bits and pieces about Van der Graaf. So really recommend it. I think it's a fantastic package and I'm really happy. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. See you later. Don't forget to like this video and also to leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. It really does help us. We'll see you next time.